You know that weird feeling when you're lying on your bed on a weekday at 10 a.m. and instead of feeling rested, your brain whispers, shouldn't you be doing something by now? That's the freelancing guilt talking. It's that voice that says, you wanted freedom, right? Then why do you feel bad for using it? Hi, I'm MJ, and today we're talking about something freelancers rarely admit out loud: the guilt of taking a break when you work for yourself. Sometimes the hardest part of freelancing isn't getting the clients. It's learning how to rest without feeling like you are always falling behind. When I started freelancing back in 2020, I thought freedom meant working whenever I wanted. But what actually happened was I worked all the time. I'd rest by checking emails. I'd go on vacation, but still bring my laptop, just in case. I even used to feel guilty for watching a movie at 8 p.m. because my brain would say, you can be working on that proposal right now, MJ. It's like I swapped one boss for 100 tiny ones inside my own head. And if you've ever caught yourself opening your laptop on a Sunday just to check something, you know exactly what I mean. It's not because we love stress. It's because when you've lived in survival mode for a long time, stillness feels unfamiliar. Many of us grew up believing that rest is not something you are allowed to choose. So when we finally get freedom, the guilt follows us. I think this guilt comes from how we were raised to see work. Growing up, we were taught productivity always equals worth. If you're not busy, you are lazy. If you take a break, you are slacking off. And in freelancing, that conditioning does not magically disappear. It just changes shape. You start measuring your value by invoices, client messages, or how booked out you look online. So even when your body's tired, your brain is like, other freelancers are grinding. You should too. But the reality is there's always someone doing more. And if you keep chasing that, you will never feel enough, even when you are. So I learned this the hard way. 5 deadlines in 1 week, my own content to shoot, and I kept telling myself, I am going to rest later. By Friday, I was not functioning. I opened my laptop and my brain just blanked. I was not tired, but I was empty. So I shut everything down and went for a walk. No music, no podcasts, just silence. And I remember thinking, this isn't what I built this life for. I didn't leave corporate just to burn out with a better view. That was my sign to start rethinking how I worked. And more importantly, how I rested. So here is what I do differently now. Number one, I plan rest like an appointment or like a deliverable. I put my ClickUp, Slack, and other online tools that I'm using into off mode. If I schedule client calls, why not schedule silence? When rest is scheduled, it stops feeling like rebellion and starts feeling like responsibility. Number two, I separate I can from I should. Just because I can do something today doesn't mean I should. That's the difference between building momentum and building resentment. Some days, the most productive thing I can do is nothing at all. And number three, I stop apologizing when I'm not available. I remind myself my boundaries keep me creative, not closed off. Because when I rest well, I actually show up better for them. And here's what I've realized: taking rest is part of the job. If you work for yourself, that means you're also responsible for protecting the person doing the work, which is you. So if you're in that space right now, the overthinking, the guilt, the twitchy, I should be doing more, maybe that's not laziness. Maybe it's your mind asking for a pause. Rest doesn't pull you backward. It keeps you in the game long enough to enjoy the life you are building. You did not start freelancing to live tired. You started it to live free. So if this conversation helped you slow down or see things differently, hit like, subscribe, and come hang out again next week. Until then, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep building a business that actually feels good to live in. Bye for now. Explore and learn more about the freelancing world by downloading my free guide called the Freelance Starter Kit. It's available in the description box below. Make sure that your email address is active, and please check both your inbox and spam folders after you're done signing up. You'll also see a link where you can submit your questions about freelancing so I can talk more about those in my upcoming videos. Thank you and see ya.